Good morning. Today we're going to talk about how to save money on your groceries because you want to save your coins for the fun stuff. So when it comes to saving money on your groceries week after week, the first thing that you want to do is clean your pantry. You never know what goodies lie in wait. And what I mean by that is like, how often have you gone through a pantry and found like 3 bags of quinoa, 5 things of the same pasta, canned tomatoes, canned beans, maybe a canned sauce or two. All of those are the makings of an affordable, budget-friendly dinner because you didn't have to buy anything. As a private chef, I have gone into so many people's homes and it's insane the amount of food that's already there that is ready to be used. And especially like those non-perishables, often people just forget about them, keep buying more, and they collect. So if you're not going to donate them to the food bank, which, I mean, think about it, then you need to be using it up. And where better to save money week over week on your groceries than by using food that you already have. This is like how to save money on your groceries 101. Use what you already have. So as a private chef, I have a ton of little like money saving hacks. I'm going to share a few in this video. But first, I want to talk about my second tip. And my second tip is this. Find a budget grocery store and or a greengrocer in your area, because if you go the route of a greengrocer, they're going to be very seasonal, meaning they're going to have affordable options because they're getting local, they're getting what's in season, they're not paying those shipping costs to get a strawberry to Toronto in the middle of winter, if you feel me on that. So a greengrocer is just by nature going to help you eat more seasonably and more affordably just because that's generally what they offer. My favorite greengrocer is always like on top of their seasonal game. Now, a budget grocery store is also a vibe because, again, they're going to be offering you some really good, fresh options that are going to be within budget. Now, if you're trying to go filet mignon, you want to have, lamb roast and all that kind of mishuga, then you have another problem, and it's you got champagne tastes and a beer budget. That being said, a budget grocery store is going to have some of these premium items, maybe priced more affordably, but it'll also have other items that you can mix and match. Because I'm not saying that because you're trying to save money on your groceries, that your meals have to feel flat, they have to feel like budget food, because nobody wants to eat what feels like budget food. That being said, if you can find options that give you like life and give your meals like flavor and, dynamic texture without having to spend a fortune, well, my dear, it would seem that you're onto something.
Walking up to my favorite greengrocer. Here's the tip. Always bring cash so you don't get charged the surcharge.
Mm, 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 mm. Okay, so I always bring this bag with me everywhere. I wrap it up really tight and compact, and it just goes in my purse, in my like daily going to work bag, because no matter where I am, if I decide to quickly pick up some groceries, I have a bag. So the environment, the turtles, the elephants, the glaciers, they all love me, but also my wallet loves me because most places, especially in Canada, charge now 5 cents, 10 cents for a bag. Now, if you're doing a big grocery shop, and look, this bag can fit so much stuff in it, whereas those like little plastic grocery bags, 3 items, and if you're not careful, that thing is gonna rip on your walk home. If you're like me, it's happened many times. And so if you're going to a grocery store and you're saying needing like 5 or 10 grocery bags, like yes, it sounds like only 50 cents or only $1. But if you're doing that week over week, if you're doing multiple shops, that adds up. And if you're trying to save money on your groceries, keep your coins in your coin purse where you can, because you have to spend money on food. There are going to be some premium products that you just need, but you never need to spend money on a bag if you just bring it.
So that's the hot tip. Always bring cash, because if you're going to a greengrocer, especially if you're going to a greengrocer, they are going to charge you a fee for using debit. So I forgot today, and I also forgot my bag, so I'm out here playing $1 extra when I don't need to be.
Okay, so my number one tip for saving money on groceries is this. Buy foods that can be frozen once they're cooked, or even frozen when they're raw, and they can thaw without any like change to their like textural integrity. Why? Because most food waste and most money waste happens because you throw your food out, because you don't get to it, you don't eat it, it gets slimy in your fridge and you throw it out. That's why people so often find that they're spending so much money on food. It's like, I'm bleeding money. How is this happening? And oftentimes it's because you A, don't know what you have, so you're buying multiples. Ding ding, clean your pantry. Or you are consistently throwing food away because it's going bad. So first thing you need to do is know thyself. I mean, for everything, you need to know thyself, but especially when it comes to saving money on groceries, because you can understand your proclivities. If you're a person that gets really bored by the end of the week with all of the food that you've prepped or bought, then you're likely to just go out and eat, spend more money on food, and then that food gets thrown out at some point. But if you buy food that can all be frozen, you can make it at the beginning of the week. If you get bored with it, you could freeze it and thaw it for another time. Then you're going to save money because, one, you're putting food away for a rainy day in a sense. It's like, you know, a food savings account, if you will. But also, you're not throwing that food away, thus throwing your money away. Because like I said, that's one of the biggest ways that people waste money on groceries every week. And saving money on groceries every week can be as simple as not throwing food out all the time. I mean, the more you know. So knowing how to save money on groceries is not rocket science. It really isn't. It really just comes down to making sure there are no leaks throughout your life, making sure that you use the food that you already have, making sure that you always have a bag so you're not leaking little coins here or there with that, making sure that you buy things that can be frozen if you don't get to it. These are little things that are going to help you save money on your groceries week after week. So don't forget to subscribe, because like it makes me feel good. And also you'll get to know when I post new videos. That's really what it's about. It's not really about making me feel good, although if you want to, I'm here for it. Have a good day.